if you guys are not aware, right? So last couple of days, there's this Infinity Nikki drama. Alright, so what drama, you may ask? I have no idea. It was actually deeper than I thought. Super deep. Alright, so there's a lot of things going on. They did try to do a launch on Steam. Alright, I saw it was launched on Steam. Now there are some negative reviews here and there, which is a little bit unfortunate, right? So Infinity Nikki can now be played on Steam. If you want to, you can access it there as opposed to playing it on their own exclusive launcher. But you can see players are launching the Girl Caught. Alright, so a Girl Caught after developer mutes Boycott in the ongoing update for 1.5 drama. So apparently the developers are silencing any sort of criticism. So they are launching because of the boycott. So now they are launching a Girl Caught. Alright, a girl and a boycott. So Girl Caught is developed is going after the Info games, alright? Because they censored the word boycott on the game's social media platforms. So all of the word boycott has been censored, alright? The fashion RPG has a large female player base, is now facing a huge backlash from players following the ongoing drama surrounding the 1.5 update. Okay, so 1.5 update specifically, right? So let me see if I can zoom in a little bit on the picture. Time to use the term hashtag girlcaught because they are banning boycott on all official platforms. Okay, very interesting, right? So this is going to be how it is. The controversy continues, so let me look at some of these. This is going to get ridiculous. We need code words, girlies, like really ridiculous code words that feel awful to ban. Girl solidarity, girl fight back, something more creative than me. Solidarity with our fellow Chinese players, girl caught today. Okay, so they are going to call it Girl Caught then. Girl Caught is a new meta. So let's just push back a little bit and talk about what the entire drama was all about, right? Because they have to release an apology essay. They released an apology essay. Alright, you might call this an apology letter, but I look at it, it's more like an apology essay on their Twitter, right? Nobody writes Twitter essay this long, right? But let's be honest. So let's have a look at, before we look at this essay, what inspired or what aspired and caused this to happen. Absolute torrential meltdown due to Info's abhorrent anti-consumer practices. So as a day one player, I want to give a bit more context to the previous post regarding the apology because things are much more worse than they appear. It all started arguably with the Steam wishlist rewards. So like I mentioned, now you can try to download the game on Steam right now, right? So you can see if you want to, it is having a mixed review. 55% of the user reviews are positive, so that's not too high. But right now you can see they promised 10 pulls for hitting 100,000 wishlists with a follow-up surprise reward for hitting 200,000, right? Instead, they changed the 100,000 reward from 10 pulls to 2 pulls. 2! Okay? So initially they promised, okay, if we reach 100k wishlist on Steam, everybody is going to get 10 pull. So now they say no, it's actually 2 pull. Alright, and then they make the 200,000 10 pulls, completely removing the original surprise banner. So pics before and after. So there's pics as well. We are doing serious stuff, right? We are doing serious investigation. So you can see more surprises, 100k. Okay, what am I looking at? This pic is a bit more surprises 100k, more surprises 100k. Wait, is it different? The final surprise. I'm not sure what was being changed here, but it looks like they did modify how the picture looks. Or do I have to click it individually because it's like 2 pictures, is it? No, it's just 1 picture. So that was the picture. Alright, I'm not sure what I'm looking at too much, but if they did change it, the community naturally lost their minds. After a day of rioting, Info backed off and gave the 10 pulls plus 10 additional pulls as a reward for hitting 200,000. So in the end, after the boycott, riot, girl caught, they gave 20 pulls. Okay, that's good. People already unhappy with the longest patch so far, 1.4 being the patch with the least amount of content, so this did little to appease the community. People are still smoldering. Version 1.5 is teased, and along with it the Sea of Stars, which is a core aspect of Nikki games. People are super excited. The art looks amazing. They're going to allow people customization via dyeing, so you cannot dye your hair color and stuff. lets you change the colors of your clothing. Alright, sentiment is at all-time high after the developers live stream. People are hyped as hell for the 1.5. Okay? They are hyped as heck, man. 1.5. Unfortunately, as the data miners get to work, data miners, leaks. So this is why leaks always leads to this, right? Some very concerning things are coming to light. Namely that the 2 new 5-star banners will be 11 pieces each. Previously, most 5-star outfits have been 8 to 10 stars, with one 11-star outfit in the very first banner. It takes 20 pulls to get one 5-star piece. So bumping the outfit from 9 to 10 to 11 is each a 20 pull increase to max PT. Okay, so the PT requirements is higher. People cope saying they are just data mines. It won't be like that. Surely they wouldn't. Sentiment is still high. So on launch day, absolute mayhem. The entire launch is a disaster from every angle, whether it's monetization, design, stability, you name it. So PlayStation 5 players locked out completely. Alright, if you own a PS5, you're a Sony lover, locked out. Most mobile players locked out as well. Those that can get in the game are faced with blank screen or a crash. You can't actually make any progress. PC players are the only one able to get in and play, but everything is an absolute mess. You are dumped immediately into an unskippable tutorial skip sequence, everything is glitchy, eventually you get dropped into the fabled sea of stars. Except there's zero content. And the very small tasks that do work also are a glitchy mess. Did I mention there was a huge co-op update? You're supposed to be able to optionally interact with other players in the Sea of Stars. You can now co-op. You can play with your friends. It's so cool, except that too is buggy. It doesn't work. On the lore front, the entire story of the game was retconned. Before you were isekai into this fantasy, thanks to your mother's old dress, as well as a mysterious connection to a woman named Anna, you are now in a multiversal slopfest. All of the previous intro story has been removed for new players, and everyone is now part of this multiversal Nikki-verse that is trying to prevent the end of the universe. No context, no elaboration, no explanation, you're just dumped into this retcon as soon as you open the game. Apparently you have already destroyed the world, and now are going back in time to save it. Okay, very interesting. So they changed the story entirely. So monetization, both banners are 11 pieces. So max PT of 220 pulls. And that's only for the base outfit plus one recolor. To get the final evolution, you need to pull the entire outfit again. Damn, really? So basically you need to get copies of another 11 pieces. So that's 440 pulls. It doesn't stop there. They added more paid items. They are just decorations, meaning they can't be equipped to Nikki as outfit pieces. They added a bathtub. They marked up to $70 and then slapped a minus 79% tag on it to pretend they are selling you a deal at $10. Mind you, there's no housing system yet, so players are furious. They keep trying to sell these decoration cosmetics that barely have any usage. At this point, the game feels like a generic Chinese gacha clone. The ones with minus 90% tax slapped on everything. This package was originally $999 great value. Wow. So minus 79%, original price is $73. Okay. Management interference. It could be a switch in management, right? The hype dyeing system has 90% of the palette colors locked away behind a new currency. So the players thought they could just change the clothes to a favorite color that they like for free. Not like that. Alright, you can't do it. Alright, you're not gonna get that for free. The only source for this currency is from the monthly shop, so it's super limited. You won't be able to unlock every palette for one 5-star outfit even if you save this monthly currency for a year. The dyeing palettes must be locked for each piece at a time instead of the whole outfit. The most desirable colors, pink and black, are locked to 5-star outfits only. The palettes are for 4-star and 3-star outfits are far more restrictive, but they also require premium currency to unlock. Of course, the only other way to get a palette currency is to spend real money. Okay, probably that's why, right? They want people to spend real money. So very interesting The endgame contest originally was promised to run every 14 days. This is the biggest source of income for free-to-play. They have been steadily creeping up the length of the time for contest runs, reducing the income for all players. Version 1.5 was going to have the biggest length of time for each stage, until they slightly backtracked with their apology below. So now they released the apology after, which is this long essay right here, right? Which I don't think I'll be reading. So this is the thing that they released on the official Twitter page. The summary here is, so they gave a half-baked non-apology, saying the 11 pieces were necessary to expand the design of the dresses, but they promise they won't go 12 or more. Unless they do, wink wink, but we promise to tell you first if you want to screw the fans over again. The explanation makes no sense, as both of the 5-star banners are long dresses that completely cover Nikki's legs, meaning the socks were not necessary and only there to bump the PT count to 220. So basically you gotta pull the full set, right? You gotta pull the socks, the shoes, the dress, the every single accessory as well, right? So for proof, users that were able to log on immediately after maintenance found that even in the intro screen and cutscenes, Nikki is not wearing socks when wearing the new 5-star outfit. So here are the pictures. Okay, not wearing socks in the opening cutscene. Okay, so this one didn't wear, so they added this last minute just so that they could monetize more, right? So that your PT pulling for clothes up. Yeah, so basically, I guess it's similar to Final Gear. I don't know if you guys played Final Gear. Final Gear is a mech game that you have to pull the mech body parts. So you have to pull the legs, you have to pull the hands, you have to pull the body, you have to pull the head to get like a full set, right? And then you have to pull for the pilot. That game EOS, right? So I'm guessing this game's gacha is you don't just pull one thing, right? You have to pull multiple things to get the full set. It is going to be a little bit infuriating, right? At this point, it's obvious they bumped the outfit to 11 pieces, slapped socks, and hope players would just roll over. Yeah, it seems like that's what it is, right? They are just trying to capitalize on getting more money, right? What's even funnier is that before fixing any of the bugs, they push a 30 megabytes hotfix to put socks on the Nikki in the cutscene. Players were too fast and caught them anyways. Uh-oh. For the endgame contest cycle, their apology says they'll make it bi-monthly, which is every 16 days, which is still worse than the originally promised 14-day cycle. Anything to F the players over, even in their apology. Both the CN and global community are in absolute meltdown mood, boycotts, riots, you name it. I'm sure I've missed a bunch of stuff, but at this point the game and the community is just in an absolute shambles. Every other post on and in the subreddit outrage is outrage. Just outrage throughout. Let's have a look, alright? So let's have a look at Infinity Nikki subreddit right now. Okay. So this one seems fine. It asked me for... Okay, this one is not. I tried to make Sailor Moon. Info, I got one word for you. Girl caught boycott. Okay. I don't see anyone upset actually. People already move on. Content creators are as upset as we are. Community posts from EV Gaming. Okay, if anyone here watched EV Gaming, alright, if you guys are looking for Infinity Nikki content creator, wow, she wrote an essay about this. I started this channel and play games as escape for real life. Escape from real life to be back to real life. Hashtag girl caught. Game is on a death sentence. 2.5 star review bomb. Okay. How do y'all think that one homophobic mod feels? What? Hashtag girl caught besties on the international news. Infinity Nikki community plans girl caught after developer mutes boycott. Wow. Yeah, there are some people that were upset. They are upset for sure, but right now, gorgeous. I'm making YouTube video about girl caught since day one, but can they ban my account because of it? So she's scared to criticize the company because what if Infinity Nikki ban her account? You're thinking about it, right? Imagine you cannot criticize Genshin, they ban your account. Oh my god. Hoyo can ban your account for talking smack about Genshin. Maybe that's what happens to some people. What the heck is this? Is that a bug? It's invisible. The body is invisible. Actually, I don't think it's as that bad, right? Can we use the term dying over dying? Yeah, there are definitely some people who are unhappy for sure, right? But if you gotta pull, the Crimson Feather outfit should have been 10 pieces. But instead it's 11 pieces. Is this drama on Girl Gamer Reddit? I'm not sure, right? Girl Gamer Reddit is woke as heck, so multiplayer has no reason to be connected to the law. You are beautiful. Oh, I see. Because it's a B. Never in my 20 years of gaming. Okay, yeah, seems like they gotta fix it, right? They really gotta fix it.